everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are taking care of our level 35 Weaver quest. Before we get started, I really am trying, I swear, to get back in the habit of crafting food, but I just keep forgetting for some reason. Alright, let's go with the Kalkenin. It's only CP, so not like... I prefer to have the craftsmanship and... what's the other one? Craftsmanship and the other stat for my food bonuses, but at least we'll get the experience bonus. Alright then, Redolent Rose, what do you have for me today? Redolent Rose has received another commission from a regular customer. Oh, alright, he's back, I see. Greetings, Satora. If you've the time to spare, there is a task I would like to assign you. Wawarukka has requested your services once more. It seems his previous attempt to woo Kokomo met with disastrous results, as I predicted. It would be best if he told you the rest. Now run along, you know where to find him. Alright, let's go meet up with our old friend, Wawarukka, the miner who has terrible fashion sense. I'm sure we'll be able to help him this time. If he's had a failure, maybe he'll be a little bit more willing to listen to the Weavers Guild. They are, after all, the fashion center of Ul'dah. Hello, Wawarukka. Hey there, Satora. So what did Big Rose tell you? That the brass blades chased me all over town? Well, it wasn't that bad, but Kokomo's pa did run me off and calling me a disgusting pervert and whatnot. Ooh. But I ain't giving up on her that easily, no sir. She's something else, my darling Kokomo. See, one day I was making a delivery to Baba Wai's shop when these two boys walk in and start hassling the customers and staff. So I confront the youngins and it gets a little heated. Long story short, I have to make them leave. I'm a little roughed up at this point, as you might expect. Then here comes Kokomo, all grace and splendor, thanking me for what I done. And when our eyes meet, I suddenly realize that I can't hear a word she's saying, because my heart's pounding harder and fiercer than the hammers. Till then, she was just a nice young girl helping her father. But then she had to go and look at me like that, and I wanted to say something, but my words left me that day. But I can do it, Satora. I just need to do it properly, like a gentleman. You know, I think someone thanking you doesn't really count as flirting, but okay, sure. Brain does weird things sometimes with emotions. I do get that, at least. After talking with me mates in the bar, I'm thinking a more conservative approach is in order. If I wore, say, a quality linen shirt, it would show that I'm a responsible, respectable man. I'll meet you at the guild for the fitting as usual, alright? Sounds like a plan. We do have a I'm reading the same quest task. I read the wrong words. Brain is not functioning lately. Oh my goodness. We do have a high quality linen shirt, but it is unfortunately in use by our, I believe, Disciples of War, by our melee DPS, I want to say, are using it. So instead, we're going to have to make a new one, custom fit for Wawarukka. Let's see, linen shirt, we're going to need 2 all goat leather, 1 linen yarn, and 1 undyed linen. All of these materials are actually already, set aside for our crafting log, so we're going to have to go and make the linen ourselves. Linen yarn, we're going to need to do 2 crafts of it to make 3 in total. We'll have an extra, but that's fine. And then undyed linen, we just need 1. And now we'll be able to make the linen shirt. And I did have some spare leather that we can use for the alt goat leather. Alright, linen shirt. Let's make a high quality linen shirt for our friend. Our very, very hopeless friend. He'll figure it out eventually, and hopefully it goes well. But I'm gonna be honest, I have my reservations. I don't like many people in Ul'dah, and I'm also just kind of nervous about, like, you know what? That's a conversation for not here. Let's just say I've had some bad experiences in the past, or I've seen some bad experiences and been subjected to them as well. So, Alright, Redolent Rose, I bring the linen shirt. Let's get it all fitted up. Have you made your client's shirt yet? He seems quite eager to try it on. I have indeed. Where did it go? Here we go, first page. Well, I think we can all agree this is a far more appropriate than a leather harness. Yeah, I would agree, yes. Cor, this is perfect. I never knew fancy clothes could be so comfortable. Well, yeah, they usually aren't. You just have weavers who actually like give a shit. Sir, could you please explain how you chose those other garments? Wait, hold on. Oh my god, it's covered by the text box, but where are his pants? Oh, the hat! Well, the hat belongs to a goldsmith I know, says it makes me look smarter and whatnot. The subligar is courtesy of another miner. He reckons that us men that work the mines ought to flaunt our chiseled bodies, like this, and that trousers are overrated. I think you need to stop taking advice from other people, outside of the Weavers Guild. The gauntlets and boots are the best-selling wares in my armor friend's shop. But gaudy if you ask me, but if everyone else thinks them fashionable, who am I to tell them different? Designed by committee indeed. Impressive, ain't it? You don't have to tell me, I can see you think the same. I mean, impressive is a word for it. God, I've been such a fool. I should have asked my mates for advice from the start. But sir, I say sir! How can he be so blind? It's absolutely, totally, and in all other ways inconceivable. He's hopeless, utterly hopeless. Beg your pardon, I don't know what came over me. If you'll excuse me. No, I'm right there with you. Like, I don't have an eye for fashion, but even I can see that's a mess. Whew. Alright, what are we getting for our reward? Looks like it's just money. Of course, because we always craft better gear. Alright then, it is time to get started with our crafting log to finish up for the day. Let's see, there's already a few things we have crafted in previous episodes. Namely, we have crafted wool and yarn and, I believe, undyed wool and cloth before. Needed them for other crafters. So as I'm getting started with this, I'm going to go ahead and start reading off the ingredients, starting with the crystals. So for the crystals, we are going to need, in total, 11 fire shards, 122 wind shards, 30 earth shards, 335 lightning shards, 2 water shards, 1 wind crystal, and 2 lightning crystals. Once we have those, we can move on to the raw materials, for which we are going to need. Let's begin with Western Thanalin. From Western Thanalin, we can use our mining. Oh, come on. There we go. We can use our mining for 1 zinc ore, 7 iron ore, and 2 copper ore. We can also fight gigantoads up north of Vesper Bay for 1 gigantoad skin. Next up, okay, seriously, it had all of the Thanalin. It had all of the Thanalin gathering right up at the top of the list, and then it moved it all to the bottom. Why? Oh gosh, the step-by-step feature on Teamcraft is nice, but it needs some work on that area sorting. Okay, next up, Southern Thanalin. In Southern Thanalin, we need to use mining for 2 bomb ash. And fighting Pisces right outside of Little Alamigo, we can find 1 Pisces skin. Next up in Northern Thanalin, hold on. Oh, looks like we don't need to deal with that. It was just going to ask us for Pisces skins in Northern Thanalin. Got it. Alright, Eastern Thanalin is going to be next on our list. In Eastern Thanalin, we're going to use mining for 14 alumine. And then looks like we can fight Myotragus Billies and Nannies for 10 Aldgoat skins. Looks like we also need animal hides. Looks like I don't like hunting the enemies in Eastern Lenosia for that. Why are you recommending that? It kind of feels like it's putting the ingredients that we need in weirder and weirder locations. Here we go. Eastern Thanalin, we can fight Axe Beaks near Camp Drybone. I'm seeing coordinates of 24.3 and 18.5. And I want to say that's going to be up by the Invisible City. Let's check the map for that. But you are going to need 2 animal hides. You might just straight up be able to buy those from a shop. Come on. Come on. There we go. No, that doesn't match up right. Where are you telling me to go? Axbeaks, Eastern Thanalan, 24.3. 18.5. Okay, right over here in the Welwick Wood, northeast of Highbridge. Got it. You can get 2 animal hides from the Axbeaks there. Okay, back to crafting. While I read off, or find rather, the next set of ingredients. Next up in the South Shroud, we're going to need to use our botany for 78 flax, and mine up 1 black adamant. In the East Shroud, we can fight boars up in the Bramble Patch for 3 boar hides. In the Central Shroud. In the Central Shroud, we can use our botany for 1 latex and 14 cotton wool. In the North Shroud, we can use our botany for 3 beehive chips. And we can fight Bane Mites just east of Fallgourd Float for 6 Diremite webs and 4 Diremite sinew. In the Kurthus Central Highlands, we've been there a couple of times for gathering for hunting logs and for Dragoon quests. We need to fight Ornery Caracools for 32 fleece. I'll show that in the map in just a moment. We also need 1 Hippogriff sinew from Hippoceraphs, which we ended up fighting, I believe, in a very recent episode for hunting logs, so I'll show that, but I also would say the market board would be another good place to get those. Let's see, so Kurthus Central Highlands, that's going to be, come on, where? Why did you put us in Mordona? Let's see. Black Shroud, to get to Kurthus, we're gonna go west from Fallgourd Float, up to Kurthus. Once we're here in Kurthus Central Highlands, the Ornery Caracools are right about in this area. You can get there northeast from the North Shroud. After that, to get to the Hippoceraphs, it's all the way over here in this area, just south of Whitebrim Front. It's a bit of a trek. There are going to be a lot of things that we will need to get. We'll need to use Electrum ore for, but that it is a mining material which is out of our level range right now, so we're just gonna skip anything involving Electrum ingots. But if you do want to go ahead and get the Electrum ore to finish absolutely every recipe, 20 Electrum ore in Upper Lenosia will do the trick. I'm not going to be doing that. We will save those recipes involving Electrum ore for when we get to actually mining it in a mining episode, which I believe should be the next mining episode we do that. But in Upper Lenosia, from the Junkmonger over at Memroon's Trading Post, we need to buy 1 stained chef's apron, 1 moth-eaten coatee, and 1 frayed cotton doublet vest. In Western Lenosia, we can use our we can fight dodos for 1 dodo feather. In Middle Lenosia, we can use our botany for 3 straw. And yeah, other than the Electrum ore, that is all the raw materials. Alright, skip another Electrum ingots, crafting. And now what do we have for pre-crafts as we're making our way down the list? We are going to need, as blacksmith or armor, to make 1 iron ingot, 2 steel ingots, 2 steel rivets. As a goldsmith, we're going to need to make 1 brass ingot. If you're going for the Electrum ore, you can also make 5 Electrum ingots. It's a level 42 recipe for goldsmith. As a leather worker, 2 hard leather, 10 old goat leather, 1 toad leather. We've already pre-crafted wool and yarn. Let me see. Wool and yarn. We will need 31 wool and yarn in total from 16 crafts. I'll go ahead and get that pre-crafting now. But from leatherworker, we also need 3 boar leather, 1 Peisty leather. From weaver, we're going to need 14 cotton yarn from 7 crafts, 3 undyed cotton cloth, 6 dew thread from 3 crafts, 5 undyed velveteen, 77 linen yarn from 39 crafts, 29 undyed linen. Then, let's see, as an alchemist, we're going to need to make 1 rubber and 1 beeswax. And then once we're done with this wool and yarn pre-crafting, the next pre-craft we'll have, and the last one we'll have, is 12 undyed woolen cloth using the woolen yarn we're making now. Once we are done with that, we should be able to make every recipe. There's just a few I can't do because, again, I'm not quite getting the Electrum ore quite yet. We will do that soon enough and do catch up. But yeah, 12 undyed woolen cloth, and we'll be able to do all of the recipes. So, now that we are level 50 Weaver, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, after I finish this up, we are going to be doing, I believe it's going to be Monk level 35? Yeah, level 35 Monk. I will see everyone next time for that.